What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday or happy Tuesday night or early Wednesday, whenever you catch this. Today I want to talk about toxic positivity. Yes, honey, I want to talk about that because as positive as I try to be, and I know it doesn't always come off that way, but I really do try to be a positive person. I really do. As positive as we should be, right? As especially when it comes down to healing from narcissistic abuse, because we I always tell everybody, think positively. And I said this on my last video. Be positive about your healing. Think positive about your future. Think positive about everything. I stand by that. But there's one big or thin, yeah, there's a thin line. Get it together, Anna. There's a thin line between being positive and being unrealistic. There's a thin line between being positive and being fake. There's a thin line between being positive and shutting down from your own emotions because you want to make healing look cute, because you want to make healing look perfect. There's a lot of people, and I'm very proud of them. I am, because they have inspired me. There's a lot of people who manage to make it look beautiful. You know, they go through a horrible discard story, whether it's with a narcissist or an abusive partner in any way, physical. There's so many different types of abuse, right? Whether it's a traumatic childhood, toxic family members, whatever you have survived. I'm talking to all my survivors of whatever type of issue that you have survived. It could be anything. There's a lot of people that make healing look so damn good. They make it look picture perfect. A year later, they are a writer. They become an actor or actress or an activist. They have, achieved so many beautiful and amazing things, which again, I'm inspired by that, because there's nothing more beautiful for me as a survivor of many things to see people heal from things that could have potentially destroyed them. And some people are completely destroyed and they manage to build themselves back up in such a beautiful and admirable way. I mess up my words a lot. So that's beautiful. But the reality is that we only get to see the highlights of those stories. For the most part, people only show the pretty pictures, the beautiful edited versions of themselves. Not all the time. There's a lot of people that are very raw, that are very real, that are very transparent, right? And you get to see, wow, wow, wow. A lot of people do get to see that, okay? But for the most part, we only get the highlights. We only get the beautiful ending, the story, and then the ending, and you're like, wow, this is so beautiful and so inspiring. But you don't get to see the tears, you don't get to see the brokenness, you don't get to see the ugliness of that transformation. Most of the time, we don't get to see the ugly parts because a lot of people are too vulnerable and too scared to share the ugly because it's hard, it's difficult. It's very difficult to show the broken you, the you that's going through pain, your anger, all of those things that are just like, I don't want to show that. I don't want to show that because what are people going to think of me? For whatever reasons, there's always reasons as to why we don't want to show the ugly parts. But my message today is that if we're only trying to make healing look cute and pretty, and even if we don't want to show other people, because you're not supposed to show anybody anything, but at least you need to be real with yourself, okay? And let go, or and sometimes it's not letting go, because sometimes this toxic positivity is not coming, most of the time it's not coming from us, it's coming from the outside world, who tells us, aren't you over that? You're still talking about that? Shouldn't you be doing X, Y, and Z? You're not healing how you should be. Once we listen to those people who nine times out of ten don't know what they're talking about, they just don't want to be inconvenienced with your pain. They just don't want to be inconvenienced with your trauma, which I understand, because I know that a lot of times people don't have the energy for their own pain, much less do they want to deal with somebody else's. So I understand. But my point here is toxic positivity, which looks like just think positively, just forget about your traumas, just deal with it, smile. Let's go to the beach, let's have some drinks, and let's forget that ever happened. Like, I get it. I trust me, I get it because I love the beach. Nothing is more healing for me than going to the beach. Like, let's just go and stay in the water for a good hour or two. And let's just take it all in and let's just forget about the bad times. But that'll work for a day or two. There are things that need to take place before everything becomes, and I'm not even going to say perfect because nothing in life is perfect. Nothing in life is perfect. Nothing. Not even the people who are, millionaires, these authors, these speakers. I'm trying to think of the correct terms for these people. But the professionals. The professionals. The people who are supposedly, having a ball, they're also imperfect. The millionaires that are out there, they're also struggling with things, okay? So be positive, stay positive, but give yourself enough grace to know that on some days you're going to have those ugly cries. Yes, you will. Some days you're going to grow a pimple and you're not going to look good, and that's okay. Some days you're going to show the ugly sides of you. But that's how you connect with other people. And that's how you connect with yourself. Oh, most importantly. Because if I only got on here, as some YouTubers do, and I don't blame them, everybody has their own style and their thing, And, if I was always glammed up, always looking perfect, and I got on here talking about narcissistic abuse and my survival story, and I never showed a sense of humanity, of imperfection, of I don't really go in here and cry every day, but I've had my videos where I shed a couple of tears because that's just real. That's just what we go through. That's the reality of things. And I'm not telling anybody what to do and how to heal, but I will tell you that staying true to who you are is the best way to get through anything. It's the best way to do anything. Staying true to who you are is how you connect with yourself. What am I feeling? What is it that I'm fighting? Because I know sometimes we fight our own emotions because we want to be strong and we want people to look at us like we are the survivors that are, we got it together. We know, and yes, we are survivors. And yes, we are strong, but goddamn, we're gonna have some hard days. We're gonna have some days where it's going to be hard to get out of bed. It's going to be hard to face ourselves in the mirror because, even me doing this video, it's like, damn, I'm going through it. I'm not gonna lie. My health is bad. I don't feel my best. And someone out there is connecting with me because I'm able to show you that I'm human just like you. And you do that with other people as well when you're able to show that, I know I may look perfect to you, but I'm really not. And look at my imperfection. Look at my pimple. Someone who has acne right now, it's like, you see her face ain't always beat to the gods. She's got acne too. Like, somebody can connect with you. And even if nobody connects, you're able to show that, I have my bad uh skin days. I have bad, we all have our mess. We all have our mess. And you know what? There's beauty in that. There's beauty in the mess. Everything doesn't have to be perfect to be good, to be worthy, to be what must happen. Because sometimes when we're fighting so hard to try to keep it together, to make it look good, to make it look perfect, to make this healing look picture perfect, we're denying ourselves of the truth. What is God going to do when you're trying to control everything? You got to let God work. And sometimes God is going to work when you surrender. Sometimes God is going to come through. I just felt that in my spirit. Sometimes God is going to come through when you finally say, you know what, God? I'm giving it to you. I am giving it to you, God. I'm tired of being in control. You got it. Make God. Allow God to do that for you. Allow God to fix it. You worry about being you, not trying to be positive all the time, not trying to make it look good for everybody and even for yourself. Just let God and let destiny work it out, okay? So toxic positivity, it's a hell no to that, okay? Sometimes we're going to feel positive and sometimes we're not going to be that positive because we don't feel good, and that's okay. So all we can do is do our best. Do our best. We don't have to have a smile and fake it when we're really not there. Our healing is not going to look like everybody else's healing journey. Your healing journey is yours and it's going to be whatever you make it, okay? So just make it real, okay? Let it be real, let it be genuine, and you're gonna be okay, all right? So that was my video for today. I will see you guys soon. Have a great night. Bye-bye.